What up? How's everybody doing? How's it going? God dang it, I'm glad you're here. Anyway, so tonight we are starting the Dark Souls 2 Massacre Run. If you're an OG on the channel, if you've been around for a while, then you know that we've already done one Massacre Run. We did a Dark Souls 1 Massacre Run last year. It was a ton of fun. Hard. Torturous even at times. I'm looking at you, friggin' Ornstein and Smo. But it was pretty cool. So today we're going to start up a Dark Souls 2 Massacre Run. We're just going to continue on through the trilogy. Basically, how the run works is we'll have I have some... wait. Here it is. Oh, Mike, thanks for the super chat, bro. Peak Souls 2, baby. That's right. Peak Souls 2. Here's the run rules. I feel like they should be just a little bit bigger, probably, huh? Let's drag them out here, move them down a little. First rule, kill everything in the entire area. So we are, we're going area by area through the game. We're not doing the entire game because that would be next to impossible and take us all life long, I guess I should say. And so we're going area by area. In any given area, we got to kill everything. We can only use the starting bonfire of that area. So we can't like run through the area and start at the middle bonfire. We have to start at the beginning of the area every time. No magic, no bows, and don't die. Those are the rules. That's it. Kill everything, don't die. So we got to kill every single enemy in the entire area and the boss without dying, and then we move to the next area. Simple rules, but it is it's not so easily executed. And Dark Souls 2 is going to be a little bit tougher than what Dark Souls 1 was. I am venturing to bet. Sea Sword, what's up, bro? Watch the trailer for Project Rabbit. Project Rabbit. Let me see. When did it come out? Was it a trailer that came out earlier today or what? Project Rabbit. Official reveal trailer. How have I not heard about this? What the F? Yeah, we're gonna watch that. We're gonna watch that so hard. That looks freaking cool. I don't know what it is exactly yet. I want to be surprised, so I'm not gonna look too much into it. But holy F, bro. Okay, alright, yeah, we'll watch that on the news break. Just Platinum to Mio, Memories of Orbit. I recommend it 10,000%. Top rated Metroidvania, in my opinion. See, I tried Memories of Orbit when it would have been like at end of last year. I played it for a little bit and it didn't really hook me. So I turned it off and never went back to it. But maybe I just didn't play far enough into it. Does it like pick up as you get further in? Is it like one of those things where the further you go into the game, the better it gets? Or I don't know. To me, it just wasn't doing it for me, you know? Maybe I should give it another chance someday. There wasn't the thing that kind of messed it up for me was that there wasn't any combat. Like I played probably an hour of the game and there wasn't no fighting. It was just platforming and jumping around. Maybe I had to get into it further than that, but I feel like there should be combat sooner than, you know, like they should give you some tutorial combat or something, let you know what you're working with. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is good. Maybe it is good. Grime and Grime 2 are pretty great. I've tried Grime 2. I played the demo to Grime 2. That was pretty awesome. I did like Grime 2. That's one I might actually pick up someday if it's on like a cheap Steam sale. It wasn't a bad Metroidvania. Wasn't too bad at all. I liked it. So on the news break tonight, we have not only the trailer Project Rabbit to watch, we have a couple other trailers to watch. Some Duskbloods news. We'll talk about. Duskbloods / From Software, kind of all related. And we also have we're also gonna make fun of IGN again because they just cannot stop. Every time I think I'm gonna be done harping on IGN, they do something else that's so unbelievably dumb that I just have to talk about it again. It's just not my fault, okay? I'm just living life, and they're over here trying to ruin their Well, I guess they don't have any credibility left. I don't even know. What would they ruin? Eddie the Hunter, what's up, bro? How you doing? Glad you're here, dude. They gave Forza Horizon a 10 out of 10. I've never played Forza, so maybe, I mean, maybe it is peak, but I have a hard time believing it, but it deserves that, though, you know what I mean? You beat 100% Silksong? Nice, dude. And waiting for the DLC. We may not have to wait very long. I could see it being like an early fall release, potentially. We'll see. Silksong DLC is going to be awesome, though. I'm excited for that one. And the Neo 3 DLC. The Neo 3 DLC is going to be peak as well. Forza rules if you like cars. Yeah, it looks like a really crisp, cool racing game. But I'll tell you, here's something about racing games all the young bloods these days don't know nothing about. Nothing will ever top Need for Speed Underground 2. Best racing game that has ever existed. That and the original MotorStorm. MotorStorm, like the first one, and Need for Speed Underground 2 were the best racing games I've ever played in my entire life. Hands down, nothing compares. The only thing that is close to it was one called Fusion. Way back in the day. That one was pretty cool. Did you 100% Neo 2? I have not. No, I have not. I still have to play the DLCs to Neo 2. We might need to do that before the Neo 3 DLC launches. But yeah, I still have the DLCs left for Neo 2. Most wanted would have a say there. Oh, Need for Speed Most Wanted. Need for Speed Most Wanted is cool. I played that one too, but the whole police mechanic was cool. What made Need for Speed Underground so awesome was that you could drive around and find garages and things, and then in the garages in different areas, when you'd find a new one, you would unlock new parts. So it was almost like there was an element of exploration to Need for Speed Underground because of the way that you could find those garages and unlock more things for your cars. Depending on the kind of garage, it would either be aesthetic things like, paints or spoilers or something like that, or you could find performance things like engine upgrades and stuff. So you could explore the game almost like an RPG, and it was really cool. And then they stopped doing it. I don't know why, but the whole police mechanic was kind of cool. I just enjoyed that way more. Need for Speed Underground 2 or Peak Forza is the closest we'll come to those masterpieces. Yeah, the Underground series for Need for Speed. I think, dude, if they made a Need for Speed Underground 3, if they rebooted the series and brought back the exploration and all that stuff that they had in the old ones, God, that would be so awesome, dude. I would play that. I would play that real hard. 2 DLCs are awesome. Yeah, I want to play them. I just haven't got to them yet. Games are so short other than Monster Hunter. I don't know. Maybe they have a certain philosophy of like kind of keep it short and simple or whatnot, which in today's economy is not that bad. If you don't over invest into a game, you don't get burned quite as hard. Saros is learning that lesson now. Do you know that when you travel to a specific distance that the enemies respawn anyway? It's how the game is coded. When you travel to a specific distance that enemies respawn anyway. Oh yeah. No, we're not gonna run into that problem in this run because we're not doing the entire game. We're going area by area. So in one area, we're gonna kill everything in the area plus the boss of the area. Instead of like, if we were trying to do the entire game, then yeah, that would play a role. Oh, it's a different chat and to be now that I'm in horizontal. Yeah, there's two different chats for each one. There's a vertical stream and then a horizontal stream, and each chat is separate, which I think is dumb. I wish they just combined those, honestly. We're gonna start a new game, boys, which means we need a name. Hit me with some good name suggestions, ladies and gents.
You've seen it. Maybe in a dream.
I was doing this Deathless. Found out that way. Oh yeah. Yeah, we won't end up that way. We won't end up running into that. We're also gonna have to join the Covenant of Champions or whatever to make it to where the enemies don't not respawn. You know what I mean? Let's watch the opening cutscene. Why not, right? Let's watch the opening cutscene. Let me make sure the audio's decent. Yeah, that's probably okay. What's up, Ahmed? How are you? I hope Cerulean Onslaught is like Bloodborne with piracy. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. I said when we heard about that rumor, I said, what if the reason From Software declined the remake that Bluepoint wanted to do for Bloodborne was because this game that they're making is like a Bloodborne reboot that just puts Sony out of the picture altogether. Like, it's not Bloodborne, but it is, you know what I mean? What if, right? A guy can hope.
None will
have you played Flintlock game? Check it. Yes, I have played Flintlock. I actually did a whole review of Flintlock. It was decent, but it's not very good. Decent, not good. Or I guess good, not great is probably a better way to put it. Mateo? A Massacre. Okay. Massacre. Is that what it's... Massacre? Is that how you say it?
I believe they called it
Dragalick. Dragalick. Dragalick.
No, how could you be?
Massacre. Since this was Mike's idea, starting the run today was Mike's super chat from last stream. We're gonna go with his name, Massacre. I like it. I like it. I might name my next kid that. I'm not gonna have another kid, but if I did, I would totally name him Massacre. Wow. It's the Erd tree. It's a baby Erd tree. It's just before it got full maturity, you know. There we are. Blah, 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 blah. You know things are bad when the fireflies get scared, you know what I mean? Oh, F, they released the Kraken.
Like a moth drawn to a flame. Your wings will burn.
Like a moth drawn to flame. Why are most people too foolish to appreciate Peak Souls 2? Well, there's multiple reasons for that. For one, back in the day, it became the cool thing to hate on it. So a bunch of people just started jumping on the bandwagon. But aside from that, there are some actual, like... There are some legit complaints about the game. Like, the adaptability thing should have never happened. That was a bad design decision. There's a lot of good bosses, decent bosses, but no real great bosses. The way you lose health every time you die is not very popular amongst the peoples. So there's some legitimate complaints, but for the most part, it's different. They tried a lot of new things with Dark Souls 2, so anytime you do that, you run the risk of people throwing a fit about it. and it was popular to hate on. So between those two things, I think it just caused the perfect storm of Dark Souls 2 hate. But now people are starting to come around. Here recently, I've noticed a trend of more and more people starting to respect Peak Souls 2. Soon, people are going to say it's the greatest Souls game ever made. That'll be at the top of every tier list. Mark my words. You'll always love this game? Oh my god, I gotta fix this thing under me. Yeah, this game is fun fact about this game. Way back when I started this channel, this game was the first game I ever made a video about. And from the very beginning, I was a defender of Dark Souls 2, because what started it was when I first started the channel, I was in the middle of doing my first playthrough of Dark Souls 2. And before I started it, I heard all the popular internet narratives of, you know, it's not very good. You can just skip it and go straight to Dark Souls 3. It's the worst one made. You know, all the things that you usually hear about Dark Souls 2. And then I actually played it, and I was like, what the F are all these people talking about? This is not a bad game. Is it the best game ever? No, but it's not a bad game. And so that was the topic of my first video that I ever made, was that right there. I love DS2, such a great game. Yeah, bro, this game is overhated and underappreciated.
It's an undead.
Worst one made? It's blasphemy, right? The worst one made Sekiro, right, Mike? Yeah, totally.
They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
Didn't you? We did, actually. Is it bad that I just want to watch the cutscenes to kind of take it all in?
Go hollow. Yes, you will become one of them.
One of them?
Prey upon men. Feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the curse.
Worst one was Kingsfield. Sekiro. Oh, second worst. Okay, I got you. Second worst. Build variety in this game is so good. Yeah, it is, dude. The build variety. And there's also a lot of things about Dark Souls 2 that they did that were brilliant that they didn't do in any other ones. Like the bonfire aesthetics. That's a really cool system they should have carried over. The way they did New Game Plus in Dark Souls 2 is much better than the other Souls games. Dark Souls 2 has some goated attributes that people either don't know about or don't give enough credit to. Alright, we're naming our guy Massacre, because this is the Massacre Run. Oh wait, we need another A there. This is the Massacre Run, and Mike told us to name it Massacre, so here we are. Massacre. What build are you going to run? We're going to talk about that as a team. Let's figure out what we want to do together. Life gems are brilliant. Yeah, life gems. I was talking about this last stream when we were playing Dark Souls 3. Life gems are underappreciated too, because they gave you options in Dark Souls 2. Like in Demon Souls, you had consumable heals only. In Bloodborne, you have consumable heals only. Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring, Sekiro, those are all regenerated, you know, like the flask system that regenerates every time you rest. In Dark Souls 2, they give you both. They give you options of what you want to do. Do you want to use a consumable that takes a lot longer to heal you over time, but you can, you know, find a bunch of them? Or do you want to use your flask that heals you a lot faster, but you have a limited supply until you get to a bonfire again, you know? It's just player freedom is a way to think about it. Hex Spellblade build? Never done one of those. All right, what class do you think we should run, guys? Now, we can't use magic and we can't use bows. That's two important things about this run. No magic, no bows. So we have to keep that in mind. Unmatched weapon variety. And there's a ton of weapons, yes. Just here to say good luck. Gotta get some. Hey, see you, Tyrant. Thanks for saying hi. I hope you're doing good. Other grand nice race. Also the best looking areas. And it has Majula. I was appalled to learn you can't respec in other Souls games. And no bonfire. Is that it? Yeah, well, I mean, Elden Ring you can, but not the other Dark Souls. Pure Dex? You think we should go Pure Dex? We could run the Swordsman right here. Dual washing pole? When do we get a drop your equipment things upon death run? That would be a fun one to do. Add that one to the list of future runs. Usually I run the knight because usually I run a strength build just because I love me some strength, you know what I'm saying? But and for the Massacre Run, strength is actually pretty advantageous because you can one-shot a lot of things with strength. And it makes it easier to just go through the areas and chop things down, you know what I mean? But we could run Dex this time to make it more interesting, I guess. Wesley, what's up, bro? How are you? Glad you're here, dude. We kind of did a strength build last Massacre Run, so let's run Dex this time, I guess. I don't hardly ever run Dex in these games. Why not do it, you know? We need the seed of a tree of giants. This is what we need. All right, here we go. Finalized. Wait. Hold up. Can I mess around? I want to make him like, yeah, we want to be jacked. We want to be a guy. Girls suck. We'll be strong and athletic because we're Dexy. We're gonna be all Dexified. Let's see. Let's go dreads. We'll give him make him black. Name the character Julius Massacre. We already got a name. It's Massacre. All right. Let's see. Let's go bright blue hair. He's gonna be a trans ally. And we'll give him bushy eyebrows. The eye color though is just dark, yeah, deep red. Like a demon. We're gonna give him a stash. And the beard color. We need something that like contrasts well. Let's go a yellow stash. Yellow stash makes a lot of sense. Eyebrow color. We'll go just bright red. That way we can, you know, we can see everything popping. Oh, his eyes are red. Let's change that. Not red. Pink. Let's go pink eyebrows. Yeah, that'll work right there. We need a tramp stamp, obviously. The cute horsey. Tattoo color. Let's just make it black. We're gonna darken it up. I didn't really do much, but whatever. Alright, we're not gonna get too. Alright, there we go. I give you Massacre, the Dex wielding trans ally. Let's go. This is my true self. I identify as him. Dex strength isn't too bad. I've done that before. Yeah, we might throw in some dexes. We might throw in some. Maybe we'll go quality. You know, mix a little strength in there too. Hey Dean, thanks for the rose, bud. I appreciate it. Looks like every YouTuber in 2016. It looks like Super Mario on fentanyl.
And trot along to the kingdom.
We should have called him Fentio. Fentio. Super Fentio.
Oh, I'll fool you no longer.
Yeah, don't fool me. Should we kill her? Should we kill her to get the effigy, or should we let her live? What do you guys think? What is a massacre run? Here's the rules right here. Kill everything in the whole in an area. We're going area by area. Kill everything in the area. We can only use the starting bonfire of each area. We're not going to use magic or bows, and don't die. There's the very complex rules of the massacre run. Basically, we go through the game, and every area there should be a massacre. Everything should be dead, including the boss. We just massacre the entire place. Kill her. F or G? Okay. F or G. First, let's go upstairs first. Bring him, bring him, bring him, bring him. Turn the noob knob down, please. What's the noob knob? I don't even know what that is, buddy. Maybe because I'm a noob. It's not. What? You're about to be pretty young, are you? You little whore. Oh, look at my dexiness. Look at my dexy. Go ahead, fight me. Do you not understand who I am? Do you know how many bullies I've beaten up after they misgendered me? Loser! Oh, thanks for the 6 effigies. I forgot it was that much. NPCs gotta die too. No, we don't have to kill non-hostile NPCs. We can spare them. Your game skill, nude knob is at 10, needs to come down to 6 or so. We haven't even started the run yet. How could you make a judgment on my game skill? That makes no sense, bro. You make no sense. You must be high. I didn't know you could kill these NPCs. Yeah. That's a lesson I learned from old fighting cowboy. Hey, say what you want about old Dark Souls 2, but it plays buttery smooth even to this day. That was one thing I noticed about Dark Souls 1 after I played Dark Souls 1 and went straight to Dark Souls 2. Is Dark Souls 2 plays so much smoother than Dark Souls 1 does. It's one of the reasons why I don't think it gets enough credit. Oh, everybody be quiet. Aura farm this. Oh, oh, oh. So good. This is the start of DS2. Sorry for ignorance. Yeah, this is the very start of the game. We just started a brand new character. Loved Cowboy, but man, his take on Veilguard was Duke. Was it really? What did he say about Veilguard? I didn't see that. I never watched his Veilguard review. Majula's 100% peak. Truer statements have never been said, my friend. All right, guys. So for the next 2 hours, we're just gonna stand here. Yeah, this is the whole run. This is a Majula. This is a Majula. I can't talk about it because it's so beautiful. This is a Majula. I still can't say it. This is a Majula appreciation run. That's what we're doing. We're just gonna sit here all stream long every day, listening to the music, hearing the waves, and remembering what life was like before COVID. There we go.
Are you, or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse. I will remain by your side.
Oh, he said it was good? Really? I've never played it, so I can't speak on that, but
May it ease your journey.
I've heard a lot of people don't really like it.
Go on, and he who made Drangleic what it once was. King
Yeah, it is the best hub. There is no better hub. Wait, I want to go over here. Someone find Majula in real life right now. I would move to wherever it was. This is peak visual right here. This is not only beautiful, but it has character and substance. Like everything about the world right now speaks to you. You know what I'm saying? Like the way the water's moving, the sun off in the distance, setting, but it's kind of blurry. The unique rock patterns, like it just has aura to it. I don't know how to explain it. It makes you feel a way that no other area makes you feel in a game. It's crazy. It's one of my favorite places to come stand while I'm in Majula, is just right up here.
You have this. It is a kind of and in. You. What to eat.
Oh, what's that? Oh, I didn't know this. 536,692,048 deaths worldwide. That's a lot of deaths right there, boys. Julia definitely ranks top in the top 10 chill smoke spots. Oh, yeah, to just chill and have a smoke. I need to exhaust her dialogue, or at least make sure I did.
There. See?
Yeah, okay. Where? You guys will have to remind me. Where do we join the Covenant of Champions so the enemies don't stop respawning? Where do we find that at? I forgot. Mike told me last stream too, and I forgot. I don't even remember what he said. Hill on the right, okay. This is okay, we found it. Let's do it. Are you prepared to join? Yeah, let's do it. Join the company of yes. Yes. How many times do I gotta say yes? Good God. Champion's tablet. Entered covenant. All right. So now we're set for the run. Now the enemies will continuously spawn for the rest of time. But we're gonna go gather some stuff over here real fast. There's something up here, I think I remember. Yeah, chesty chest. Titanite shard, give me that, baby. Oh man, I like it when they let you run off of like where ladders are.
Well,
We should kill this fool right here. Should we kill this fool, chat? Is this somebody we should off?
well, thank you for coming.
Beat down time?
Well,
Chat said you have to die, buddy. I wasn't gonna kill you.
you won't get me.
Ow. Wow, dang, he healed. I probably should have. I need to get out of this window, or out of this door. Probably should have set my flasks. Get out of here, sir. Thank you. He just moved in. If you have good armor, you should just don't have good armor is my advice. But we're gonna look so good with our hair now. This armor is actually not very good, guys. Or was it the imported tunic he gave me? No, this is what he was wearing. We are more fashionable now, though. Oh, it gives extra souls. Okay, I get why you said. I get why we picked it then. Oh, I need to. There we go. All right. Oh, we gotta. No, the blacksmith's not even here yet. Never mind. Onward. Ooh. Each piece of his armor grants an X% more. I can't remember the total set bonus. Oh, we're about to find out how much more we get. Fine Takes, what's up, dude? Have you achieved no bonfire and no dying for those 2 rings? No, I have not. Lords of the Fallen is a lot like DS2. It looks good, right? How is Lords of the Fallen like DS2? Oh, Mitchell? Yeah, AJ Mitchell is crazy good, bro. That was a hidden gem. It's all because of Sam Presti, bro. Sam Presti's the best GM I've ever seen in my entire life. He just has a knack for finding like hidden gem players. And AJ Mitchell is no exception. Jalen Williams was another one. Both Jalen Williamses. Cason Wallace. Because both suck? Lords of the Fallen is good, bro. What are you talking about? Oh, no, not Lords of the Fallen 2014. Lords of the Fallen 2023. The new Lords of the Fallen. What's the matter with you? You want a piece of me? We gotta kill all these hoes right now? Have you heard of Spark in the Dark? No, I haven't. What's that? Peak Souls 2 is great. It is amazing. I love this game. Alright, we gotta grab this bonfire so that if we die, at least we'll come back here. And now it begins. Oh, on the follow through. Oh, come on, bro. You're really gonna hit me like that on the follow through, dude? You were just playing this, really? Oh, you tuned into the right stream then. Oh, you're playing on PC then, aren't you, with mods and stuff? That's awesome. Oh, that was early. We gotta get our timing down. Well, there we go. That starts it off. Oh, it says we died 63 times already. We just started. God, we suck. All right, we gotta fix that. Spark in the Dark is a Diablo-like dungeon crawler with Souls-esque combat. It's like brutally difficult. When did it come out? Is it newer or is it older? I was literally about to say you got rocked out when you... Then I looked up. Yeah, we're... chat already hooked me up. They told me to take out the fine little shopkeeper dude there. Consumables. Oh, you're on Xbox One? This means if you die, you have to start the area. Yeah, we have to... Every time we die, we have to start back at this bonfire again. Till we get to the next area, then we can start at that bonfire. Does Lords of the Fallen have crappy hitboxes as well? No. Ah, I forgot. The stupid follow through, bro. Die. Die, whore. Seems brutal. It gets pretty frustrating depending on the area. This is the first time I've ever done this in Dark Souls 2. I did it in Dark Souls 1, and some of the areas are not that bad, honestly. Oh my god, what'd I do? Why did I do that? He has more range with that club than I realized. Yeah, some of the areas are not that bad, but then you hit certain areas and they just take stream after stream after stream, and it becomes super brutal. Yeah, maybe we should maybe we ought to not start with this area. Maybe we should go to the other side. We haven't even leveled yet, so I mean, a lot of times I'll go do that area at the beginning of the game because you can kill the Dragon Rider guy pretty easily and you get a bunch of souls. But doing a massacre run, since I have to kill every enemy, maybe it's not a smart idea to start there. Let's go the more conventional route. Have you done the last giant yet? Well, no, we just started the game. But yeah, no, we haven't done any area yet. So we're headed over there now, though. Go back and don't do this area early. They will massacre you instead. You're not wrong. I had to try, you know, I just had to test the waters real fast is all we were doing. Only a complaint I have. I actually like the enemy density in Dark Souls 2 and the aggro distance. And this is why. It gives each area actual meaning. It's much harder to just run past all the enemies in an area in Dark Souls 2 than it is in the other Souls games. Which means the enemies are less of just like placeholders and more of actual obstacles that you have to deal with and make plans and strategies for. And I like that about Dark Souls 2. I can't wait to see you get to the Iron Keep. Oh my god, the Iron... Oh. Whose idea was it to start this run? I can't remember if... Nah, you know what? Nah. F that. It's probably not even worth taking the time to try and jump over there. I don't remember what it is, but F it. Hey Dean, thanks for the sub. I appreciate the support, dude. Leave me alone, bro. I'm just trying to grab the bonfire real fast. All right. Now we got to take on Giant Boy. Usually I run past this guy. Oh, my mind keeps going back to it, guys. Did you realize Torch Bush just said Iron Keep, and when I started this game, I didn't even think about the Iron Keep. I was just like, all right, we're just gonna start Dark Souls 2. Do you guys understand how much torture and pain the Iron Keep is gonna be? This is gonna be insane. But there's a couple areas I didn't care for the tedious stuff. Yeah, there's some of that. I think I'm gonna champions on my first run, not knowing what I did to myself. I hate these dudes, bro. Oh God. I should not have. That's a one-shot grab. I should not have done that. Should not have done that at all. Oh, the Shrine of Amana! No! No! I forgot that area existed till you said that, bro. And oh my God, why did I make the rule you can't use bows? You gotta effing be. I don't know what we're gonna do there, guys. I don't know what we're gonna do. The cathedral area, and yeah, that one was pretty saucy. Aye, 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 aye. All right, we got a life gem. Let me go grab my souls real fast. No, Brian. No, yeah, no bow. I don't know. Can we break rules, guys? Can we change the rules? We're gonna have fun in DS2, boys. It's gonna be a good run for chat. I want to be out of the water. What build are you gonna do? We're trying to run a Dex build. We might do like a quality build. No way, dude. There's no way. There is literally no way. I rolled that perfectly. It's because I don't have. It's the freaking adaptability, dude. The freaking why? I take back every positive thing I ever said about this game. I take it all back. Never mind. Who's the biggest Dark Souls 2 hater in the chat? I now agree with you. Those were bad. It wasn't the rolls, dude. It was not the rolls. Don't even pretend. You've got to be kidding me. Is this game actually kidding right now? We can just kind of lock them into this animation right here. This ain't too bad. If we can just keep him doing this. What just happened? Why do I have this? I just switched weapons on accident somehow. What just went on? All right. Now we have to do it. Now all we have to do is just not die. Homeward Bone. Oh my God! I forgot him. I forgot. I forgot about him. No, I didn't. Never mind. I knew he was there. I just wasn't worried. I wasn't worried at all. Totally fine now. Rapier build imminent. What did we just get from that? I didn't even see it. Yeah, once we get the rapier, we'll run that for a little bit. Oh, there he is. Oh, there's two of them. There's another one right over there. Holy Jesus. I like it. I like it. I like it. Bandit's knife. Right now we're still in the routing phase right now. So what we have to do right now is figure out the location of every single enemy in this whole area up to the boss. Because we can't miss one. We also need to slowly deal with these guys. Preferably not all. Preferably not all at the same time either. All right, now we need to run. We need to go take care of that dude. You whore. I was hoping we could get the backstab on him right when he climbed off the ladder. Make sure to get rid of that guy real fast. He can cause you problems. We got ourselves a short sword. I tried Crimson Oath after seeing it on this stream and pretty good. Oh, I'm glad you tried it out. Did you buy it or did you just try the demo? Hit him with the R2. I hate that it won't let you. I hate that it won't let you lock on until they're like fully standing up, you know? That's freaking annoying. You bought it? You're still playing it? Nice, dude. I'm glad some of you guys are checking it out. I think those devs deserve some support, you know? I'm glad you guys are looking into it. We're probably gonna play it again next week too. We'll fit it into our schedule. More Crimson. We'll probably do the same schedule next week. We'll do Crimson Oath on Monday, Demon Souls on Tuesday, Dark Souls 3 on Wednesday, and then Dark Souls 2 on Thursday again. Just wishlist it. Looks good. Yeah, Crimson Oath is really fun. If you're a Soulsborne fan, it's pretty awesome. It's like a callback to all the Soulsborns, you know. So it's pretty. The combat's pretty good. Oh, my scimitar's at risk. You gotta love the DS2 weapon durability, you know? The way that your weapons just disintegrate into dust after you use it for like 5 swings, like friggin' Thanos just snapped the Infinity Gauntlet. It's peak gameplay right there, guys. It's peak gameplay. Was that the short sword +1? Yeah, okay. So we're good right there then. Oh, I couldn't reach him. There he is. I knew there was another one. All right, so we gotta come in this room every time. Hopefully it comes out on console. I hope they do a console launch for it. I don't know. I think it's more expensive to launch on console. I think that's why smaller studios don't do it. Did I play Avowed by chance? I have not played Avowed, no. I've heard it's pretty good, but I've also heard some people say they didn't quite like it as that much, so I haven't really, I just want to backstab him. I guess I need to just quit playing around and kill him. Are there any Avowed players in the chat? Is Avowed actually good or not? Oh, we're about to have to friggin' deal with all the friggin' fire bombs. Yeah, you lucky. Get backstabbed for that, whore. Oh, hi, Mom. Guys, my mom's in the chat. Everybody say hi. Hey, hey, hey. Oi, 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 oi. What are you doing, buddy? There's therapy for stuff like that. I didn't realize how big each area is, you know what I mean? Like, the areas are there's so many more enemies in all these areas than what Dark Souls 1 had. Mm. Mm-hmm. Fist hammer. No, nobody wants any of that. Oh no, we good there. Yeah, we need that. And oh, we're good. In all other ways, in all other ways, we are good. Yeah, well, we're low on deaths because we just started, so don't get too congratulatory yet. This is just the very beginning of this run. All right, so here's the question. I guess that bonfire will be part of that area, that direction. So we still need to kill everything down there for this portion. I think that's correct. Have you guys seen the speed run jump right here, where you jump straight down to the tree over there? I spent like an hour trying to do it one time. Finally got it. Oh! You know what sucks? Not being able to rest at bonfires to fix our weapons. That really sucks. Masterful suckery. Back up, back up. The little iron turtles down here are super annoying to fight as well. Yeah, we're almost to half weapon durability on this short sword already. And we just started using it not too long ago. Oh, we didn't get the backstab. I just want the backstab. I like doing that. Still alive. What? How did you survive a backstab? Let's continue over here. Oh, the range on the club, you know. Play it safe, play it safe. I say play it safe as I don't. I don't like to take my own advice. I freaking hate that attack. I hate it so much. Thought I'd take a breather from hacking up a lung and watch you die instead of feeling like death myself. Just called this kicking my butt. I could use one of those great weapons. Sorry to hear you're feeling sick, Mom. Thanks for dropping in to watch me die, as and of course giving me all the confidence in the world. Yeah. Oh, it's a good thing. We needed all 3 of those life gems. Let's see if we gotta go kill that other turtle, but is there an enemy up here? No, this is just where yeah, we could always just climb down here, honestly. Did you play Stellar Blade? No, I didn't play Stellar Blade. Flawless. Those turtles really blend into that background. They do. I'm pretty sure the first time I played this game, that turtle totally got me. There's tricksy little stuff up there, but you can't get to it from down here anyway. I think that's all the enemies in this area, isn't it? Or does it go to the... Well, we have to see. Dark Souls 2 is unfair? Why do you say that? So the way we judge what is an area and like what's part of what area is if you walk in and the words come across the screen, that marks a new area. So like we can't use this bonfire unless we go down this ladder and there are new words, you know what I mean? But there aren't, so that means we got to kill everything here. Freaking From Software weapon bounce, bro. Stop friggin' messing around, bro. Life is unfair. They have to make up for the fact that you have a brain. You should know why. I mean, I don't feel like Dark Souls 2 is unfair. Until I die in a way I don't like, then I agree with you. See, they made that guy get up with his back facing me. That was pretty fair. Best weapon is coming up soon. Grand Lance. Hopefully I have the stats to use it. You're helping my case? Oh, it's locked. Don't start with me, fool. Da-da-da. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have a second sword ready. Just because I know that my durability is about to max out. Oh, you gotta effing be kidding me, bro. All of these too? How many enemies do we have to kill in this area? Oh, did he just die? No, he just fell to the ground. All right. Man, this area is huge. And we're pretty much gonna have to die once because the pursuer's gonna come. Yeah, we gotta kill all these archers. Are you? Trying to remember. Oh, we'll kill that one first. At least after we deal with Big Boy here. No way, bro. All right, I'm just never gonna hit them in the back again. There, that was much better. Holy Jesus! You little... So far, 4 deaths for now. For now, we only have 4 deaths. And that's all the deaths we're gonna get the entire run, too. Hot take, Stellar Blade is a better game than Black Myth Wukong. You really think so? What do you think makes it better? You little... yeah, we'll deal with him in a minute. Trying to remember. Let's just drop off right here. Oh! All right. Well, that was fun. We've learned that there are a freak ton of enemies throughout this area that we will have to kill. That's what we learned. I don't know how many we just killed, but that was so many freaking enemies, bro. Wu Chang is better than both. I did like Wu Chang. Wu Chang better than Black Myth Wukong. I like the gameplay of Wu Chang better, but the story of Wukong is better. So far, interaction with the world around. The monkey feels funky, and don't get me started with the amount of health some bosses have. Also, it doesn't make sense. The bosses do have a lot of health. The rest of that, I don't know that I agree with. Wu Chang's better. I would have to think on that pretty hard, honestly. I don't know that I would say Wu Chang is better. Maybe. It definitely does some things better. Get up here on the land. Well, yeah, we'll lock him in the butt sit. We get to kill the enemy and we get a great view the whole fight. Cha-ching. Success. Moving on. We're already doing better than we did our last run. Hey! Oh! We could probably use our scimitar again, can't we? We need bro to come down from the top. Is the scimitar... Yeah, we're gonna switch that out. As long as we can still roll good. Okay, so now we have all three. But we're gonna keep using this. Actually, we'll save the scimitar mostly for when we get to where the big iron turtles are. At the big iron turtles, we can use the extra attack from the scimitar. This short sword's plenty strong for these guys. Behind Orphis this way. Yeah, he's trying to sit. Yeah, they try and sit on you. If you attack them from behind, they try and shove you up their own butthole. That's what they do. I think he's from San Francisco. Let him come on down. You know he's real particular about who gets the first turn on the ladder, you know. Enemies are still weak to damage. Hope this helps. Thanks for the help there, Joe. I really appreciate that. I didn't realize these enemies are weak to damage, you know. I don't know this 100%, but I think if you hit them enough, they die. We're gonna find out, though. I don't know for sure, but we're gonna find out. We'll do this way first. Barely enough stamina to get rid of that one. Triple hits. Kind of thuck. Alright, enemies out here eradicated. First time playing it or second time for this type of run? No, this is my first time ever doing this run in this game. But I have done this run in Dark Souls 1. I've already beaten Dark Souls 1 this way. Yay! Yay! Get up, knave. I like how they made the backstabs in Dark Souls 2 like multiple hits. It's flashier and cooler versus just like one big stab in the other Souls games. I don't necessarily think that's a bad way of doing it. I just like the uniqueness of the way Dark Souls 2 does it, you know? DS1 is where most of us, we all belong? What do you mean belong? You saying you like DS1 or something? Don't run from me. What? How? 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 What? What was? How? What did I get hit? That's impossible, bro. There's no way. That is not a thing. What are we talking about here? Well, here we go. We get to start it all over again. Actually, you know what? Because we have a little bit of news to cover, and I want to make sure that we get it, that we talk about everything and have time. So let's actually, since we just died anyway, let's take our news break real fast. We got a lot of news to talk about. Well, not a ton of news, but several trailers to watch for games and some Duskblood news to talk about. We got some IGN to make fun of. It's going to be a grand old time, ladies and gents. So, yeah, we better do that before we get carried away. Yeah, so here's tonight's news. Okay, so Cerulean Onslaught. No news on Cerulean Onslaught. Although we will talk about the omission of that, I guess would be the way to say it. But first up on the agenda, every time I think I'm gonna get to stop talking about IGN, they do something else that is just so unbelievably stupid that I have to bring it back up again. This time, they have released their rating for Subnautica 2, which just launched into early access. And at this point in time, peaked earlier today at almost 500,000 players and has over 250,000 players right now as I'm talking. So keep that in mind. IGN gave it a 7. And this comes on the heels of them just giving Mixtape a 10 out of 10. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Tongue Fight Minigame Simulator is a 10 out of 10 peak experience. Up there in the highest echelon of gaming. And Subnautica, which is a highly anticipated, fan-beloved title with almost 500,000 players on the first day it launched. That one is, it's good. It's a 7. 7 out of 10. Nothing to see here, guys. Nothing to see here. Clearly, this makes a ton of sense. And IGN is just so far above us that we cannot understand their ways. You know, it's like with God, you know, God's ways are higher than our ways, so we can't understand them, right? Well, IGN is the god of game reviews. We just can't understand how they, you know, the depth of their knowledge is beyond our comprehension. That's just how it is. I'm curious to see, though, let's see what Mixtape peaked at. Just like a little comparison, you know what I mean? Not that it means anything. Obviously, IGN knows best. 2,245 players was the all-time peak on Steam for Mixtape. That's how far above us IGN is. How much more they know than the players do. Game journos are just on a whole nother level, you know? It's crazy ridiculous. Now, on the real, to put aside all the just trolling, essentially, player count is not everything, okay? So just because a ton of people play something doesn't necessarily mean that that game is absolutely amazing in every way. Sometimes, although it's rare, sometimes a game gets super hyped for being awful. Sometimes a game gets super hyped because it's a sequel to something else, but it's actually not that good, but a lot of people jump in and try it because the game was, you know, the game has the credibility from its past predecessor. But more often than not, you know, 90% of the time, players know best. What people are playing a lot of, and if they continue to play it as time goes on, that is a strong indicator that there's something about that that is enjoyable, because why else would so many people play it and continue to play it? It's a pretty simple concept. So I don't know. IGN is just I say it all the time, but they are just, at this point, they're just a parody account that offers people like me content, because they obviously do no serious journalism. They obviously cannot, they are out of sync with what players actually like and what people are actually looking for in good video games. So they can't review games well, because they literally don't understand what a player is looking for in a game. So how could you possibly make a good review if that's how you, if that's the obstacle in front of you? It's ridiculous, guys. It's crazy. GTA 6 pre-order, PS5 or Xbox. I'm a PS5 guy. That's just my opinion. Mouse PI for Hire is a lot of fun. Yeah, that's the other thing. Mouse PI for, I think Mouse PI for Hire got a 7 from them as well. Something like that. It's crazy. Crimson Desert got a 6. Saros got a 7. Subnautica 2 got a 7. I believe Mouse PI for Hire got a 7. And then they're handing out 10 out of 10s for Mixtape. And I think they gave Veilguard like a 9 or something like that. Ridiculous, bro. It's just ridiculous. Forza 6 is so... Oh, are you playing it? Do you like it? It got a 6? Oh, Mouse PI got a 6? God dang. I forgot it was that bad. Okay. Mouse PI got a 6. Here's the other thing. Okay, so Mixtape. Keep in mind, this is a 10 out of 10 game. 2,200 players. What did Mouse PI get? Oh, that's OI. Mouse PI. 13,000. Almost 14,000 players. What's Nautica about? Nautica is, or Subnautica is a, it's an aquatic survival horror type game, like an open world exploration survival game based like underwater. I've never played Subnautica or Subnautica 2, so I just know from looking it up on Steam what the description says it is. But it's basically like an underwater exploration game with like survival elements and things of that nature. And people really love it. Like, apparently it's a really good game. It's not really a genre I'm interested in, but a lot of people who like that kind of thing, they rave about Subnautica. Gameplay and music and Mouse PI for Hire are amazing. I'd give the game overall an 8.5 or so. From the clips I've seen, I could see it being an 8.5. Yeah, I wouldn't put that past it at all. Okay, so we got a which I have a, you can make sure, yeah, let me pull this up as well. So here's some Duskblood news. From Software, according to a recent Kadokawa financial report, it just came out a couple days ago, I believe. We learned a couple things from this report that are very important. Well, not very important, but we learned a couple things from this report that are very interesting. One of them is about the future of the Duskbloods, because up to this point, it's been crickets. We've heard nothing pretty much since the announcement last year. It's been over a year since the Duskbloods was announced, and we still have heard absolutely nothing since the announcement trailer. So that has led to some speculation that potentially the Duskbloods might be delayed or will be getting delayed. And some of that came about because the Elden Ring Tarnished Edition was supposed to come out earlier this year, and then we found out that got delayed. And then all the stuff came out about how the Switch 2 handheld mode, the gameplay was like super choppy and the frame rate was awful. And there were a lot of performance problems on the Switch 2 for the Elden Ring Tarnished Edition that caused it to get delayed. And we've heard nothing about that since either. So that led to speculation that perhaps they're having trouble with the port for the Switch 2. And maybe that'll bleed into the Duskbloods, which would cause it to get delayed as well, right? So across From Software fans, we've been kind of on edge, wondering if the Duskbloods is actually still coming. Well, according to this new Kadokawa financial report, the Duskbloods is still slated for a 2026 release. So, as far as we can tell, we will get the Duskbloods this year. This is as close to concrete information as we'll get besides an actual release date. Because remember, these financials go out to investors. So if there was some kind of problem that was going to cause a delay, they would disclose it in this report. Either that or they're trying to pull some kind of shady business, and that's just unlikely, right? So it looks like the Duskbloods is probably safe for a 2026 release. We just still have no idea when it's actually coming out. That's the bad part. Like, we keep hearing 2026, 2026, 2026, and there's just never the rest of the date put in front of that. So that was it's reassuring, but at the same time frustrating, because like, if you're a fan, you just want to know when this thing's coming out so we can get our hands on it and play it, or at least see something more about the game. We've literally only seen the announcement trailer. There's so much we don't know about this game and how it's going to work, how the gameplay loop will work, the different characters you can play. How does the PvP going to work with the PvE? And are there different game modes? Will there be a single player mode? Probably not on that one, but we can hope, right? So there's all these questions about the game that we just cannot get answers for because, From Software is just keeping it close to their chest, I guess. But at least the good news is we'll get it in 2026. We just have to hurry up and wait, I guess. Now, the other part of this, though, that came out from the Kadokawa financials, which I'll jump over here. If it will. Oh, nope. I needed to translate. There we go. So the other thing that came out from the Kadokawa financials is the sort of financial health of Kadokawa and From Software with their IPs that have launched since Elden Ring. And on face value, it looks kind of bad, okay? Because, and we'll scroll down here, I'll show you where it's at. It says, furthermore, the game's business reported Furthermore, the game's business reported full year sales of 29.781 billion yen and operating profit of 7.541 billion yen. Although sales of Elden Ring Night Rain were strong, the decrease in revenue and profit was due to the rebound effect from the strong repeat sales of Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree and the main Elden Ring title the previous fiscal year. So essentially what this is saying is that revenue has been on a downtrend, right? And you'll see some places reporting on this as like, the economy or the gaming economy is in a rough spot and it's affecting even Kadokawa and From Software. But you have to keep in mind that when you have a super strong generational game like Elden Ring come out, the trend from there is more than likely going to be downward, because unless you are just able to continue pumping out amazing titles after amazing titles that sell millions and millions of copies, you're gonna have a downward trend from the peak that was your generational game, right? So it makes it look worse than it actually is my point. Because From Software has released Elden Ring Night Reign and the Shadow of the Erd Tree DLC since Elden Ring launched. So they had a DLC and an Elden Ring spin-off. Of course, neither one of those is going to do as good as what Elden Ring did, right? So the downtrend in profits is pretty much to be expected when you have such an amazing outlier of a product launch and sell like crazy, and then you also have a couple smaller projects that you launch after that. It's going to look worse than it actually is, right? So I don't think this is really cause to be concerned about anything. We'll need to see what happens with their next big title. That will be the telling sign, is whatever comes out next that is their next big launch. And really, even the Duskbloods is not going to be an accurate comparison because it's a Switch 2 exclusive, and Elden Ring was multi-platform, right? So the sales numbers are going to be skewed in that regard. What we need is their next big title, non-exclusive, multi-platform launch, Miyazaki-led, large-scale project. And then we'll be able to tell a little bit more about the health of Kadokawa and From Software, if that makes sense. But I don't think there's anything to be concerned about. It's just the natural progression of launching something huge and then doing some smaller stuff till you get to another huge thing, is all it really is, in my opinion. From Software usually, but I know that's not From Software, but your audience. Do you think the Duskbloods will have difficulty settings? I don't feel like Nintendo audience is into insanely hard games. That's a good question. I'm not sure, honestly, how they're gonna approach that. My gut would tell me no, because Miyazaki has never really taken into account how people feel about that, right? I mean, people, when Demon Souls came out, he did the same thing there, and he didn't really care at that point, and he's done it ever since then. And so my gut tells me probably not, but will it happen? Potentially, but I don't know how you'd even do difficulty settings in a PvP game, right? It's just that would get kind of sticky, I think. From Software having performance issues. This is so weird. All right, so they have a little bit of a history of this. Yes, they do. Dust butts are my favorite time to see butts. The same thing is happening with Lords of the Fallen 2. They say it released this year, but if we go clearly to possibilities, Lords of the Fallen 2023 was laughed on month of October. So we can expect them to launch Lords of the Fallen 2 on October for sure. Potentially, yeah. I mean, game developers don't always follow like a set calendar of months that they are going to release games in. Some of them have trends and like general times that they do release in. So maybe Lords of the Fallen will be an October title. It's looking like it's going to be second half of the year at the very least, because we still don't have the release date. I do think we'll probably get the release date at the Summer Games Fest. I think that we have a strong chance of that happening. But as to whether it's for sure going to be October just because they released Lords of the Fallen 2023 in October, I don't think that we can draw that conclusion as like a certainty. But it definitely is a possibility, and it might be likely, but it's not a for sure thing, I don't think. Okay. So, this is funny. If you've ever played with Rivers of Blood in Elden Ring, Well, allow me to introduce you to Oceans of Blood. This is basically if Rivers of Blood, or this is basically what happens when Rivers of Blood grows up next to power lines, is how I see it. You get the Oceans of Blood. Just all stacked together like that. I just saw that and I thought it was funny. So it's not really news, I guess, but you get what I'm saying. All right, we got some trailers to watch now. Some really interesting ones. We got Project Rabbit, Voin, and the Blades of Fire version 2.0 launch trailer. Blades of Fire is an interesting game if you've never heard of it. But we're actually going to start with this middle one. We'll start with Voin. So let me look here. So we'll watch the middle one first. So this game is a first-person hack and slash game. And it's basically like first-person Diablo mixed with Doom. And what really makes it unique is it has a interesting loot style. So it has like the Diablo style loot, but then instead of looting and it goes straight into your inventory and then you have all that tedious inventory management, instead you loot and it goes into your catalog, and then you can manage your catalog back at your hub and combine things, forge things, enhance things, do all that stuff with all the loot that you found out in the world. So that's really cool because I like Diablo, but I hate the loot. And so for them to kind of put a new spin on it, I feel like that's a pretty cool innovation. And the combat, I've seen a couple clips of the combat. The combat looks pretty peak, to be honest. So yeah. And from what I understand, I believe this game has 94% positive reviews on Steam as well. So it's pretty cool. Let's check out the trailer and see what we think. That looks pretty cool, actually. You can tell it has the indie graphics, you know, so. You can definitely see like the Doom inspiration that went into this as well. Oh, that was interesting. What happened there? Oh God, they just turned up the heat, literally. You can freaking fly? What's that all about? Can you fly in this game? Out now in early access. That looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And it's made by a solo dev, by the way. So the game's called Voin. You can check it out on Steam. It's out in early access as we speak. And I believe... Oh, there's no demo. I thought there was a demo. Never mind, there's not a demo. That looks pretty cool. Iron Claymore, definitely Dark Souls creation. In a way, it looked kind of Dark Soulsy. Have you seen Chest Souls? Yeah, we talked about that last stream. We watched the trailer for Stone Machia. We might check that out on stream at some point in the future. All right, let's watch this one. Yeah, we'll watch this one next. This is the Blades of Fire 2.0 launch. This game got kind of popular in the Souls space because it has a really unique blacksmith system. You have like, you can smith your weapon, and based on how well you do it, there's like a timing to it and a system in which you have to like balance things out. And the better you do it, the stronger your weapon is. It's really kind of cool. So check it out. It's Blades of Fire. They just launched a big 2.0 update.
Where steel turns to stone. Only you can forge it, wield it, honor it. Your path will try to kill you at every turn. Your fate will drag your soul to the brink of hell. Your purpose
Oh, that dude looked crazy.
will demand more than you ever thought you could give. But steel remembers the hand that forged it.
Are they going to show the smithing gameplay?
The spirit that honored it. And if you prove worthy, it will stand.
There's
with
no
you
character creator in this, which sometimes I don't like, sometimes I don't mind it.
Tell me, warriors, what
It reminds me of like God of War meets Souls-like in a way, with a cool new smithing system twist, obviously. This is one I've considered checking out as well, like doing a stream of it just to see what it's like, because I did play the demo to this off stream, and it was pretty fun. Honestly, it was pretty fun, and the smithing is legitimately cool. But yeah, so you check it out on Steam if you want. I think the demo's still out. It's probably a little tougher to make a character creator for a smaller studio. Yeah, I think so. That's probably true. All right, so now Project Rabbit. I just heard about this today. I had no idea this existed until someone in the chat tipped me off to it. But apparently it has something to do with Bloodborne. It's like Bloodborne-like. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm excited, though. Let's watch it. Nova Flare.
Be careful. I chased the white rabbit, and when I woke up, I was in a completely twisted world.
I like the castle theme. I like the castle theme. Is this Rabbit? Oh, she's not a rabbit. I'm liking this so far. What's going on? What's happening? Oh, there ain't no head in there. Yeah, this is my kind of game. I already know. It reminds me of Wu Chang. Alexander, what's up, bro? Glad you're here. So it's on Steam. Let me look it up here. It reminded me of Wu Chang, but it was like Lies of P meets Wu Chang. Project Rabbit is a next-gen hardcore PC action game blending high-risk extraction mechanics with deep Souls-like combat, reimagining Alice in Wonderland as an East meets West dark fantasy enriched by a proven webtoon IP. It builds a unique universe for global audiences. That sold me right there. We've been wanting an Alice in Wonderland Souls-like ever since Lies of P came out. It literally is Like Wu Chang crossed with Lies of P. Fairy tale setting, Souls-like combat, female protagonist. Bro, that's crazy. Caked. You guys only think about one thing. You're sick. You're sick. And it's Duchess. Yeah, she does look like the Duchess a little bit, doesn't she? Bro, that's got me excited. I guess. I'm guessing this is like later down the line because there's no like 2026 here. So this might end up being like 2027, 2028, somewhere further down the line. But let's see what else it has to say here. Let's see. Key features and gameplay mechanics. Tactical co-op Souls-like action. Unlike traditional Souls-likes, Project Rabbit is built from the ground up for cooperative play. Utilize unique duo skills and a strategic revival system to overcome impossible odds with your partner. Very interesting. Oh, it's got some like Night Rain-ish elements to it almost. Deep character progression. Customize your combat style through a multi-layered skill tree and weapon mastery system. Whether you prefer heavy-hitting Eastern polearms or swift, magical-infused blades, your progression feels impactful and unique. Challenging boss encounters. Face multi-phase bosses that test your pattern recognition and reflexes. Each boss is designed to punish greed and reward synchronized team play. So is this like co-op only or is it single player too? That's my question. Stunning East meets West visuals. Explore hauntingly beautiful landscapes and desolate eastern shrines to corrupted Gothic fortresses, all rendered in high fidelity graphics. The story of the flare. Uncover the dark secrets of the boundary collapse. Piece together the narrative through environmental storytelling and cryptic NPC encounters as you seek to stabilize the leaking energies of the world. So it's got like classic Souls-like storytelling, the Miyazaki cryptic storytelling. I like. What to expect? Intense goals. Conquer 5 massive biomes, each with its own legendary guardian. So it almost, they said extraction. So this seems like it's a multiplayer game maybe. I don't know. Maybe they'll have a single player mode. Hardcore challenges. Master parrying, dodging, and stamina management in a high stakes combat loop. Immersive soundtrack, a hauntingly atmospheric score that blends traditional Eastern instruments with dark orchestral themes. Very interesting. So it does say single player and online PvP and online co-op. So I guess it'll have a mode for all of it. It looks like you can play solo though, so that's good news. Please play more games. I'm working on it, bro. We're playing all kinds of games. I'm sold. I enjoyed Alice Madness Returns, despite it being clunky mess. I've never heard of that one before. So kind of Night Rain stuff. Yeah, a little bit of Night Rain thrown in there. Have you played Yokai Watch game? I have not played Yokai Watch, no. What's it called again? It's called Project Rabbit. Project Rabbit on Steam. No release date or anything really yet. You can wishlist it though, which I will do now because I am definitely going to be playing this one. They sold me the moment I read the freaking Steam description. Wishlist. Cha-ching. There we go. That's pretty cool. Thank you to whoever tipped me off to that. I can't remember which one of you did, but you guys are awesome. Thanks for letting me know about that one. That's going to be fun to play when it does come out. That's all we got for tonight, boys. Unfortunately, we got to call it quits there. I got a lot of things I got to do, and then I got to get ready for work tomorrow. No stream till Monday. This is the last stream of the week, so Hope you guys have a good weekend. We'll be back on Monday with, we'll continue our Crimson Oath playthrough. And then Demon Souls on, our Demon Souls run will be Tuesday. Wednesday, we'll have Dark Souls 3 again. And then Thursday, we'll be right back in Dark Souls 2 for more of the Dark Souls 2 Massacre Run. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. I had fun running it. It's going to be a crazy run. I don't know what I got myself into here. Dark Souls 2 Massacre Run style is going to suck a lot when we get to some of the harder areas. But it'll also be fulfilling, and you guys will enjoy watching me crash out all the time. So, it's a win-win, right? Anyway, hope you guys have a great weekend and a great night. I'll see you on Monday. Peace out.